It stressed that the association is a non-partisan association with no interest in political terrain and would not want to meddle in the affairs of political actors. No fewer than 3 persons were killed in a clash between suspected political thugs in Brass local government area of Bayelsa State. But the police authorities in the state say only 1 person was killed in the clash. Meanwhile, some PDP supporters claim that the death of one of the 3 persons occurred during a failed attempt on the life of Caretaker Council Chairman Victor Isaiah. But APC supporters allege that over 10 armed men hired from a neighboring community were challenged by the indigenes of the community and some members of IYC before they were attacked with machetes and guns. Police spokesman Asimin Botwat said the clash was between youths who claimed to be APC and PDP members. The National Broadcasting Commission has condemned the demolition of the structure housing Fresh FM in Ibadan. The Oyo State government had demolished a part of the music house over perceived infringement of relevant building laws in the state. NBC Director General Ishak Modibo Kawu described the development as worrisome in a statement issued in Abuja. He added that he didn't speak well of the government at the time the broadcasting industry and the radio station are playing a big role in reducing unemployment in the country. Kawu also expressed hope that both parties will work out an amicable solution soon. Some people living with disabilities in Kaduna State have had a cause to smile as Senator Shehu Sani celebrated with them. The federal lawmaker described them as some of the important components of the society and added that it was why he identified himself with them always. Senator Sani observed that people living with disabilities played a major role in the emergence of the All Progressives Congress as the ruling party in the country. Minister of Federal Capital Territory Mohammed Bello has pledged commitment to improve the living standards of residents through the completion of ongoing infrastructural projects. The minister made this known in a statement issued in Abuja on Tuesday to mark Eid al-Kabir. He noted that there will be more service improvements across board, support for farmers, and the strengthening of institutional framework for micro, small, and medium enterprises, as well as youth and women empowerment programs. The minister said the administration was determined to improve lives through the completion of ongoing infrastructure projects and to initiate critical ones in the city, satellite towns, and rural communities. Islamic clerics and the immediate past governor of Kaduna State, Ramalnan Yero, has called on Nigerians to imbibe the culture of living in peace with one another. These formed part of their various messages for the Eid al-Kabir celebration in Kaduna. PTV's correspondent in Kaduna, Amina Anebi, reported that the Murtala Square in Kaduna was thronged by hundreds of Muslims who converged for the Eid prayer.
الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب الله أكبر الله أكبر.
Treat people equal, as well as not to disrupt the effort of our ancestors for building this great nation. Allah said, when watch our offenses, most especially in the media, and particularly the journalists. I equally urge us all to remain steadfast in prayers for peace in our state Kaduna, Nigeria, our country, and all over the world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give our leaders sound health and every other
and then we should respect each other and then live in peace. There is nothing that will make us to progress in this country if we are not living in peace. Peace is the most important. We should respect ourselves, we should respect our brothers and sisters, and then also to call on the youth to make sure that they behave themselves so that they can be the leaders of tomorrow. But if they don't behave themselves and live in peace and then have the proper education, both Western and then religious education, at the end of the day we are going to have a serious challenge in the future. So the youth, you have to behave yourself.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Fearful. Very fearful. Name by name. Every soul.
from the gate, and I'm going to answer the question. In case of this woman, very, very government we have to support them with prayer. Because we have no any other weapon than prayer. So that is my strong, powerful advice. And all concerned, those concerned, whoever will be fearful.
Allah Akbar.
Still on the Eid al-Kabir celebration, Governor Abdullahi Ganduje of Kano State has granted freedom to 170 prison inmates across the state. Ganduje, who witnessed the release of the inmates from Goron Duse prison on Tuesday, said the gesture was in the spirit of Eid al-Kabir. The governor said that the gesture was to complement federal government's efforts to further reduce congestion in the nation's prison. Ganduje said that President Muhammadu Buhari has directed all governors to help in decongesting prisons across the country. He advised the ex-inmates to change their attitude to life and pray for peace and stability in Nigeria. The governor also gave each of the freed inmates 5,000 naira as transport fare to their destination. Christian Association of Nigeria has congratulated their Muslim counterparts across the country as they celebrate this year's Eid al-Kabir. CAN's president, Samson Ayokunle, gave the congratulatory message in a statement signed by his media aide, Adeboye Oladiji, in Abuja. He urged all Muslim faithfuls in the country to remember the sacrificial lifestyle of Abraham as they celebrate. Ayokunle said that they should know that no sacrifice is too great to promote peace, harmony, love, unity, forgiveness, and accommodation in their relationships with those who are non-Muslims. Muslim faithfuls have called on Nigerians to abhor violence in the electioneering seasons. Chief Administrator of the National Mosque, Professor Shehu Usman Galadanchi, stated this in a sermon during the Eid prayer to mark this year's Eid al-Fitr in Abuja. Emmanuel Bagudu has the details.
It's yet another spiritual session by the Muslim faithfuls at the National Eid Ground Abuja, and this time it's the big Salah, Islamically called Eid al-Kabir. The Chief Administrator of the National Mosque, Professor Shehu Usman Galadanchi, led the Eid prayer. He also gave the sermon.
The Lord of the world, compassionate, the merciful. We thank Him for bringing us to this important day, the Eid Day, one of the days of celebration for Islam. In the khutbah, we have explained important functions that Muslims are requested to perform this day. Of course, our pilgrims are there in the sacred places of Muzdalifah, Mina, and Mecca, performing the concluded rites of their pilgrimage after Arafat today, yesterday. For the remaining Ummah not to perform Hajj, we are instructed to pray the Eid prayers, which we have just prayed now.
Unlike the Eid al-Fitr, which was marked approximately 70 days ago, this celebration is quite more spiritual as it involves the ritual of ram sacrifice. But before the ritual, the cleric still has more messages for the entire country.
We thank the Almighty Allah for bringing us to this very important day, the day of Eid al-Adha. As we all know, the pilgrims who are now in Mecca, Mina, and Muzdalifah are there to try to conclude their rites of pilgrimage. But for us, as I mentioned in the khutbah, we are requested to pray the Eid, which we have just prayed, to pray 2 rak'ahs, which we have just prayed.
After all the talking, it's time for the spiritual obligation. FCT Minister Mohammed Bello wasn't left out of the scene. He also used the occasion to pass across his salam message.
That today is a very great day. It's a very important day. And he also admonished all of us to continue to fear God Almighty, to obey our leaders, to be good citizens. And he also said that as we go into the electioneering period, it is very important that we conduct ourselves in a manner that is ordained by God Almighty. That is, we become peaceful, we be our brothers' keepers, and above all, we strive hard to be good citizens. And he also said, Happy Salah to everybody.
The Eid al-Kabir is the last major festival celebrated by Muslim faithfuls this year. Emmanuel Bagudu, PTV News, Abuja.
Some members of the National Association of Road Transport Owners and the National Union of Road Transport Workers in the FCT have applauded the federal government for ensuring a hitch-free Salah celebration. This, they say, has resulted to ease the movement of travelers. Some members of NATO and the NUWTH disclosed this to PTV correspondents who visited Jabi Motor Park. Emmanuel Bagudu again has reports.
This is Jabi Motor Park here in Abuja, and as usual, it's the Eid al-Kabir euphoria here, where transporters and travelers are busy. It's a traveling season, a traveling moment, and of course, no issues of transport hike, no issues of fuel scarcity. The temperature here is cool. I'm here with Hamza, a staff that works here in the park. Hamza, hello Hamza.
Yes, I'm doing fine. My name is Hamza Ibrahim.
Okay, Hamza, can you just tell us?
I work here normally, and I really appreciate the way government support us. There is no price adjustment of fuel, and there is no motor scarcity, so people are going safety, very safe, so there is no any problem. As you can see, almost all the people have diverted to where they are going, but up to now we still have cars for those that are coming.
Okay, just give us a simple description of how this, because you mentioned Kano line. How is the nature of this one?
Nature of it, so as
no.
This is a Kano line.
Okay.
We have car, we have bus, we have Sharon bus again. Followed by Mina Die, as you can see. Mina is there. We have car from here to Mina. We have bus from here to Mina. We have Sharon from here to Mina. And likewise, we have Sharon Die to Jigawa, as you can see. From Jigawa, Kano, and we have another one for Kebbi, that's Kebbi line. Kebbi, Jega, Sokoto, Zampara is different. While we have Yobe, Borno, we have Bauchi, Plateau, Admawa, Taraba, all we have them. And there are subsections of Northwest, those that are going to Lokoja, Abeokuta, Kuta, Ibadan, Ilesha, they are all here. And LA Ife, wherever.
Joshua Moses is a commercial driver in this park. He said any attempt to hike the transport fare will affect patronage.
Well, the expectation from the driver was so high. As for yesterday and day before yesterday, we normally carry 3,000. 3 passengers at the back, 1 in the front, at the rate of 3,000. But, as from day before yesterday, the changes of the price of the transport now, it was high. So we normally carry 5,000. No, that was as from day before yesterday. Even as from this morning, we are carrying 5,000, maybe as from to Kano, from Abuja to Kano. So in a short while, the customers were not coming as before, so the price now dropped to 4,000 naira.
But a visit to this extension of the park appears to be busier, with a different atmosphere as travelers complain of delay caused by low turnout.
No passenger, people are suffering. No food, no money. A lot of, look at all the cars inside the garage, no passenger inside. Since around 6 now they park, no passenger inside motor. Since around 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm traveling to Kogi State.
Passengers, the way to handle this park.
There's no any advance to give passenger. I will just give our government, just give them just a little word. Like, you see, when you just look around this park, it doesn't tie. And I need to tie it and do it everything to be okay more than this. That is the only thing we need.
So we need to upgrade it.
Yes, upgrading, yeah.
Man, this day travel is something else, so, because even the transport fare is high. Even the transport fare is higher than last year travels.
With the declaration of Tuesday and Wednesday as public holidays, more travelers are expected to throng this park in coming days. Emmanuel Bagudu, PTV News, Abuja.
Traders in the FCT are lamenting over poor patronage these days in spite of relative stability in prices of goods and services in the markets. Traders at the Garki markets, they are complaining of low patronage despite the upcoming celebration. But the traders' price of goods remains the same without any increase.
There has not been any change in price. Do you understand? From what we used to sell. But this time around, I want to let you know that patronage, people are not in the market.
Last year, Salah was better, far better than this year, honestly speaking. It's not that things are expensive. We don't even know. People are complaining there is no money, there is no money. So we too, we are surprised. We keep goods, they are not buying. Not that the things are expensive. I don't know, the Nigeria now in short. I don't know. People are complaining.
The market is not like last year. The customers are just very, very scanty. I don't know whether it's the problem of money. Some people are complaining they have not paid salary and what of you. That's why the patronage is too low.
For me, it's like this year is better than last year. Because no more katakata, no increasements. It's only enough money for hands.
The market is fine, but it's not like last Salah. Last Salah is like we are selling much than this Salah. But the price is come down because last Salah we are selling old owners, but now new is common. So the price is come down.
Some of them gave reasons behind the low patronage.
It has been very low, very, very low. And in comparison with what we had last year, exactly at this time, honestly, this time is a different one. Yes, very low. Well, in fact, just like I was discussing with a friend here, the first reason I guess could be that workers were not paid. And of course, month is not yet over. They are to be paid at the end of the month, and the month is not yet finished. So that is what it's when you have something in your hand, then you make proposal for what to buy.
By now, last year, we won't even have time to eat, because a lot of sales, people will be disturbing, say to me, but this time we'll just sitting watching, everywhere is dry. Nothing is moving at all. So I think government have to do something, honestly speaking. Pay the workers, because it may contribute, because the way I'm seeing it, because the government workers, yes, they are complaining. We are complaining, business people are complaining, everybody is complaining. So things are not moving the way it's supposed to.
They are, however, hopeful that things will fall into place. The police and the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has assured residents of Osun State of a crime-free Eid al-Kabir celebration. The police said this in a statement by spokesman Folashade Odoro that it had deployed officers and men to strategic places before, during and after the holidays. Odoro, however, urged residents to be security conscious and to report suspicious persons and movement to the nearest police stations. Similarly, the NSCDC, through its public relations officer Babawale Afolabi, revealed that no fewer than 1,000 personnel had been deployed across the state. Afolabi said officers and men had been deployed to mount surveillance on critical national assets and prevent infrastructure from being vandalized during this period. The Kaduna State Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Commission has deployed over 250 of its personnel to the highways during the Eid al-Kabir holidays. It also sent in 10 ambulances to Kaduna-Abuja roads as well as to Kano-Kaduna Highway to ensure safety of travelers. Deputy Sector Commander in charge of operations, Salisu Galadunchi, said the command is prepared to ensure free movement of vehicles and to minimize road crashes within this festive season. He urged road users to comply with traffic regulations in order to help safeguard the lives of others on the road.
efficient and effective and free flow of traffic of such activities, including ensuring that we minimize road traffic crashes in case there is any. But that is the target, to minimize, to eradicate. Where we cannot eradicate, we want to minimize to the lowest level. Even when it happens, we want to ensure that there is no fatality. Even when that is, we ensure that we take them to where they will get medical attention within the time of 5 minutes, a maximum of 10 minutes frame, unless where we do not get information. Then we want to caution those that are doing what we call skaters. This thing that are skating on the road, please they stay off the road. Because when traffic is moving and there is constant like that, there is we want to caution people against giving the vehicle to underage drivers. Children, the people that God has blessed with vehicle, they should not misuse it. Your children and the weight is all property that is given to you by God so that you can use them judicially. If you allow your children to go on the outside, you will lose the vehicle, you will lose the child, which is not good. So all this one, we want everybody to cooperate. While we wish everybody a happy Salah, accident-free celebration, we equally want to try as much as possible to obey the traffic rules. And whenever they see what's doing, they should cooperate with us so that, because people are normally impatient when there is gridlock. And somebody that is sitting at the back there will not know what is happening, for what is causing the road. Will start shouting that he's not seeing anybody. Oftentimes people will call that they have not seen our men along this area road. Meanwhile, the men are there. When they are trying to clear the traffic, you that you are trying to clear the gridlock, if you don't give the road, they will clear you off. People should stop doing that kind of a thing. And I wish every
The Benue State Police Command has deployed 2,113 of its personnel, including plainclothes detectives, to ensure hitch-free Eid el-Kabir celebrations across the state. The command spokesman, ASP Moses Yamu, disclosed this in a statement in Makurdi. Yamu said the police were working together with other security agencies to ensure safety of lives and properties both during and after the Salah festival. The personnel were sent to Eid praying grounds, motor parks, and vulnerable spots across the states. And now the Kaduna State government has urged communities along riversides to maintain vigilance over imminent flood on Tuesday night and the next couple of days. This, it says, is because of high probability of rainstorms. General Manager, Kaduna State Environmental Protection Authority, Abdullahi Rigasa, made this fact known on Tuesday in Kaduna. According to him, it is no longer safe for residents living along the river, as the river is already overflowing its banks. KEPA had earlier warned of imminent flood in 5 local government areas of the state. He listed Igabi, Kaduna North, Kaduna South, Soba, and Kaura local government areas as the places likely to be affected. He urged residents of the 5 flood-prone areas to be on alert. Troops of Operation Wild Stroke have raided the base of suspected militia leader in Benue State. This is in addition to major successes they have recorded in efforts to rid Benue and Nasarawa State of armed militias. Force Commander Major General Adeyemi Yakini said no fewer than 20 militiamen were also killed in gun battles. He also confirmed the death of a soldier and the injury of 2 others last Saturday along Gambija Akotomata in the Goma local government areas of Benue State. Tiafa Komitiaf tells us more in this report presented from our studios.
It's no longer news that Benue and Nasarawa have witnessed relative peace in recent times. This is as a result of activities of troops of Operation Wild Stroke. The force commander told journalists at the Tactical Air Command located in Makurdi that 60 suspects had so far been arrested since the inception of the operation.
The Mi-35 helicopter spotted a group of about 20 armed herdsmen riding on motorcycles moving along the Baniba towards Nasarawa State. 15 of armed herdsmen on 5 motorcycles were neutralized with rocket fire from Mi-35, while others escaped with varying degrees of injuries. Our troops chased the remaining herdsmen until contact was broken towards the boundary between Nasarawa and Benue State.
General Yakini added that troops carried out raids at Teagwaza in the Katsina Allah local government area of Benue State last Saturday. He also hinted of the possibility that his men may have killed the most wanted militia leader in the state, Tewasi Akwaza, also known as Ghana.
So far, our troops have recovered 7 automatic weapons from our militiamen in the past 6 weeks. 4 in Nasarawa and 3 in Benue. That's in the past 6 weeks alone. But in all, the Operation West Block has recovered a total of 14 automatic weapons, 1,100 rounds of ammunition, while 50 suspects have so far been arrested since the introduction of this operation in Benue, Nasarawa, and Taraba states.
Although no specific figure of casualty was officially given, troops who participated in the operation were of the opinion that not less than 6 of the armed men were killed during the fighting. The military raids on Ghana's camp in Katsina commenced just before dawn on Monday, but was suspended due to the bad terrain and damaged bridge at Tiosa, which the troops could not cross due to flooding. They, however, vowed to carry out mop-up operations in the area.
The Minister of State, Mines and Steel Development, Abubakar Buhari, said the ministry had been able to access 15 billion naira from the 30 billion naira Mining Intervention Fund. Buhari made this known on Tuesday in Abuja, that the Federal Executive Council had in November 2016 approved 30 billion naira intervention fund for mining exploration. The fund was drawn from the National Resource Development Fund and given to the ministry as intervention fund to focus on exploration activities, which was the heart of mining. Buhari said that the 30 billion naira was meant to focus on the exploration of minerals and other activities in the sector. We'll go on a short break now. When we return, more stories come to you. Do stay on PTV.
soldiers helping Nigerian soldiers fight Boko Haram.
We will have to persuade Nigerian legislators.
This is coming together of people who are confused.
Executive order should comply with the law. I personally dissociate myself completely. Personally.
From this interview, because you have said
there had hardly been any administration.
Under the law, no religious body in Nigeria validate the claims by the INEC chairman. It is.
My name is Corps Commander Wobin Ayuba Gora. I am the Sector Commander at Federal Road Safety Corps, FCT Sector Command. For latest information about road safety and security, watch People's TV.
You're welcome back. And now heading straight to the United States, where President Donald Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, has pleaded guilty in the New York courts to violating campaign finance laws. He said he had done this so as the direction of the candidate for the principal purpose of influencing the election. The admission was related to hush money paid to Trump's alleged lovers. Trump had not commented in May. He admitted reimbursing Cohen for paying one of the women, having earlier denied any knowledge of it. Cohen, who is 51, admitted 8 counts, on Tuesday, including tax and bank fraud and a plea deal with prosecutors, which may see his prison sentence reduced from 65 years to 5 years and 3 months. And also Australia, where 10 government ministries have been offered to resign following a failed bid to oust Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull as the party leader. Turnbull won an internal party leadership vote on Tuesday, but reports said a second attempt to remove him was on the way on Wednesday evening. He accepted the resignation of his challenger, Home Affairs Minister Peter Dutton, and one other minister. Turnbull is under pressure over poor polling and a divisive energy policy. His centre-right coalition will face a general election by May next year. After recently losing a key by-election in Queensland, on Wednesday evening, Australian media reports that Liberal Party MPs were being asked to sign a document calling for a party meeting at which the Prime Minister would face another challenge. The Committee to Protect Journalists has urged Nepal's government to repeal or amend the new criminal code adopted last week in order to remove provisions that threaten press freedom. The law introduced on August 17 makes sharing confidential information an offense resulting in a prison sentence, sparking concerns among journalists that the law could be used to muzzle the press. The code criminalizes recordings and listens to conversation between two or more people without the consent of persons involved, as well as disclosing private information without permission, including private information on public figures. And now Venezuela has come to a standstill as the country tried to deal with its newly introduced currency. Thousands of businesses closed in order to adapt to the sovereign Bolivar, and many workers stayed at home. President Nicolas Maduro launched the new banknotes on Monday, revaluing and renaming the old Bolivia currency. The government said this will tackle runaway inflation, but critics say it would make the crisis worse. The note went into circulation on Tuesday. President Maduro had declared Monday to be a bank holiday. Facebook and Twitter say they have suspended or removed accounts linked to Iran and Russia over inauthentic or manipulated behavior. More than 650 Facebook pages and groups were said to have been identified as misleading. According to the founder and chief executive, Mark Zuckerberg, meanwhile, Twitter said it suspended 284 accounts with apparent links to Iran. It comes a day after Microsoft said it has thwarted Russian cyber attacks against U.S. conservative groups. On Tuesday, Facebook said it had discovered multiple accounts that displayed inauthentic behavior linked to campaigns that originated in Iran and Russia following investigations that spanned in many months. And out to the world of sports, where the World Football Governing Body FIFA has taken over control of football in Uruguay. This, it says, is in a bid to bring sanity to the world of football. The South American Football Confederation said the move is to ensure a free and fair elections for the post of the Uruguayan Football Association president after the resignation of incumbent AUF President Wilmar Valdes. The authorities had also postponed the election due to questions on the eligibility of other candidates. FIFA's intervention became necessary due to diverse interest groups in Uruguay football, which expressed concerns over lack of an electoral system with no clear rules. The mandate of the FIFA Regularization Committee will run until February 28, 2019, when a duly elected board will be put in place to run the South American country's FA. Chris Giwa, the factional president of the Nigerian Football Federation, has insisted that the Amaju Picnic-led board of the NFF is illegal in spite of its recognition by the Nigerian government. A statement issued by Giwa's lawyer Habila Hazard recounted how the then leadership of the NFF flagrantly disobeyed court orders to elect Pinnick and his executive committee. He found a situation where Senior Special Assistant to the Vice President, Lau Luakonde, tweeted that the federal government has recognized the Pinnick-led NFF board as authentic regardless of the court's rulings. Minister of Youth, Sports and Development, Mr. Solomon Dalong, on Tuesday congratulated the federal government for averting a FIFA ban on Nigeria Football Federation in a statement in Abuja on Tuesday. Nneka Ikem Abenezi, the minister's special assistant to media, said the minister lauded the efforts of the vice president which aborted the ban. And that's the size of our bulletin this minute. Many thanks for watching. My name is Paulum David. Do stay on PTV.
You're watching